this is who we are, this is what we're going to do, you deal with it, we'll deal with you.
Always know that EnVyUs have managed to grab the knife round here as well. And this is what it boils down to for me, is the only thing EnVyUs could really mess up here is if they play too overconfident. They can't take reason lightly. They should have watched the games from last week and had a better understanding of how this team's going to play out.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, interesting one. EnVyUs winning the knife round and choosing to start on that T side. So I'm hoping they have a plan in place. They have something they want to do. And it looks like they're going to avoid that B-bomb site, which I think is a really very good idea. Stay away from that power player, that Cinder machine who is going to take you down. Get a good start into it, knock down all of their confidence, and see what you can do. So it is going to be that A-bomb site coming in. There's 4 players all stacked up towards long, and the real estate is all theirs. No one's going to try and stop them. No one's going to hold them back. This could get really dangerous, folks.
Yeah, and Lambert's walking around now. He's more towards B, causing the distraction a bit there. But so far for EnVyUs, they've been able to push up all the way, and they're unnoticed. At the beginning of the round, you saw Reason go pretty aggressive, but now they've fallen back into sight, holding on to positions, and this is really giving EnVyUs a lot of map control.
All the time on this map, you'll see one player over towards B, but Reason Gaming, they're playing those 2 players. Maybe they have a bit of a read here. Maybe they have some idea as to what's going to be going on. Because EnVyUs, they're walking into it. Hoodlum in a great position. If he can find himself 1 kill here, send out the alert. He's just looked away at exactly the wrong time, and that's going to give Jax the opportunity. A missed shot comes in, but this is the information game now. Falling back, Hoodlum going to allow his teammates to do the damage.
Yeah, smart decision there from Hoodlum. Falls back, and they do try to get onto this bomb site. Karma and Young Craig going off huge. 2 headshots coming straight away. It's looking good for Reason, and what a quick round. Explosive action there from Reason. They pick up the pistol round, and EnVyUs didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Sick frags coming in, and straight away, EnVyUs have nothing to play with. I mean, really, why they're not taking advantage of long there, I have no idea. Understandable they take underpass, but you have that long control. Use it. Split that attack. Otherwise, you've got 2 players, even 3 when that rotation comes in from Cinder. They're all looking at you. You have to come up this hill, and you have a disadvantage. You haven't got the advantage of going in and splitting, and you can take a bit of attention away. They didn't have that. So EnVyUs really a little bit sloppy there. They are going for the force buy, of course. No bomb plant coming in, looking to go over towards that B-bomb site. That's where the bomb's playing from. But this is going to be really tricky for EnVyUs. Yeah,
EnVyUs definitely on the back foot here, but we know how strong these Deagles and Tech-9s can be. Got 1 flash up on VKL, but really here, they're going to have to look for the picks, find someone from Reason, getting over-aggressive with them UMPs. If they can grab a couple of weapons, they can easily turn this around. But Reason straight away, picking up that pistol round, super confident. They're going to be feeling pretty good at this moment in time. But it is still early doors. And, well, Jax is going to find the first person. Does a little bit of damage, but not too much. A nade comes in towards him as well, but EnVyUs do manage to grab the first kill, as actually Cinderland, the heavy hitter for Reason's gone down early on. And this is how powerful these pistols can be.
Yeah, exactly. What they've done here is they've driven a wedge through the defense. Now, 4 versus 5. EnVyUs are in a great position, especially with those pistols. With these Tech-9s, they can rush in, get in your face, do a little bit of damage, and that's what they're going to be going for here. With a bit of drop control, they can choose to go wherever they like, which means Reason Gaming have to play 2 to a site. They can't split up. They can't go for a risk or a gamble. It's going to be Karma up first, finds the headshot. Petiscal goes down, looks for the second and the third. He absolutely destroys them. Finally, Jax will take him down, but he's done the damage. That's a 3K in the bag for Karma, and he's making the impact he is needing to do.
Yeah, huge kills there for Karma. Managed to pick up 3 of them. They lined up for him nicely, giving the advantage back to Reason, but it's not over yet as Hoodlum finds VKL. Only Jax left. He will get a bomb plant. He does have an M4, but he's in a 1v3. It's going to be pretty difficult. He's listening around, spots out one, but he's not going to be able to do it. And Reason pick up the second round, and they managed to take a lot of weapons into that next game.
Yeah, insane around there coming through. The bomb plant really powerful for EnVyUs. Now going into the next round, they may even be able to force up again. Not a huge amount of money. If they save here, they will be able to pick up the AWP onto the 4th round, but a great round there from Karma. Absolutely dominating his opponents, crushing the attack. The spray down comes in perfect. He finds the first headshot. As he's spraying down, he finds the second headshot and the body shot. And those pistols just unable to overwhelm him. Of course, when you got pistols, you need to rush someone. You can't stand behind your teammate and try and do damage. You're just going to be shooting your friend. A little bit dangerous, a little bit sloppy coming in from EnVyUs, but it is a pistol round. They are going for that force up again. Now, this is a very, very risky move. If they lose this, they're putting themselves in a terrible position. But, of course, they're on T-side, so the economy is a lot easier to control. They just have to get it in their grasp. And EnVyUs, they need to start doing some damage. You can see Reason, they haven't got the read on this. They aren't expecting this force buy. Thomas only has a pistol here. 3 UMPs across the board. Thomas could be in serious trouble when they rush him here.
Yeah, he's been completely smoked out, and he's the first man to go down as the Tech9s come raining in. And EnVyUs executing onto this B-bomb site, looking really confident. Reason, they haven't managed to find anyone yet. The spray comes out, but Young Cray finds two, but he's on low HP. He's got to be careful. Hoodlum comes in there with a kill from behind. Only 2 members left alive for EnVyUs. They've got to do what they can to hold it here. UMP and Tech9 being worked out, and the Tech9 doing all the damage there as Hoodlum's the last man alive, 16 health. And EnVyUs looking confident. They've just got to play it smart. Can Hoodlum pull this off? He's got a lot of utility to work with, but he's just sticking with that UMP. He's not trying to force any of the terrorists out of position. And finally, we see the incendiary going out, but he's going to fold. He's going to run away. He's not going to push for it, and that's going to give EnVyUs the round. Yeah,
I mean, straight away, like I say, it was a terrible read from Reason. They had no idea what was coming at them. They should have, understandably, they've said, right, they've got that bomb plant. They'll have enough money to go for the buy next round, get the AWP. So why would they buy here? But they've taken a massive risk there, especially with Thomas. He's a key player in that round. He has to play forward of those smokes and do some damage. He's only got a USP. You can't expect a man to do everything with a USP. That's not going to work at the end of the day. And it doesn't. That's very dangerous. And like you said, exactly like you said, Hoodlum with all that utility doing absolutely nothing with it. You expect an in-game leader to have very good sense of his utility, very good sense of what he's got to play with, the tools in his toolbox. And what he's done there is he's left the toolbox at the door and run in with a UMP and gone, this isn't working. He's thrown a tool at the roof, it's bounced off, and he said, why did it do that? It's a disaster.
It's great that he saved on like he's got the flashes, he's kept the smokes there. He's got a bit to work with in this round, but I almost think like he could have gone into that and had a chance. But we are at 2-1. EnVyUs did manage to pick up that last round. They now have a couple of AKs in hand, but EnVyUs now, they can wait for Reason Gaming to push out to them, wait for them to make the mistakes.
Yeah, so we actually saw a very, very similar round to this last week versus Epsilon, where they played over towards B. They actually won the round on a complete full eco, nothing but USPs. They managed to win the round, but it looks like EnVyUs may have a bit of a read. It's the first eco, it's the first round, they're not going to have any money. EnVyUs have said, right, what did they do last week when this happened? They've stacked A. EnVyUs have read that pretty nicely. They've all gone towards B, nice and slow. There's no need to rush it in this situation. You've got 2 minutes to play with it. And that's exactly what they're doing, moving towards that B-bomb site very slowly, very methodically, using the utility that they have. And you can see Hadji already cleared out the whole site. They know exactly what's going on here. And Reason have absolutely no response. Best thing to do here is save the money, hold on to the utility, hold on to the weapons, go into the next round with the same buy, and see what you can do there.
Yeah, the best thing that Reason can hope for now is just to try and grab a weapon, take something away from EnVyUs, but them themselves, they don't want to lose anything that they're holding on to. Envy walked in, played it smart, checked everything out, and they know that they made the right decision as the gamble for Reason didn't pay off. But they do have to be careful here, because he's waiting with a MAC-10. He's looking to claim some money, gets the first kill, gets a second as well. Can he make it free? Yes, he does. Pulls out the Glock, but it's not enough. But that money there, 3 kills of a MAC-10 is huge.
Yeah, that's insane money. That's a lot going into his bank account, and he should be pretty happy. So he should really be seeing the AWP come out here. There's a few players with good money. Lambert there, just going to farm up a little bit more cash, put it in his pocket, walk away, a happy boy. That's looking pretty good for EnVyUs. Now we should start to see some buy coming in. I don't think there's actually enough money on Reason to get anything substantial, so we should be seeing the full save coming in. Oh no, I've never said I'm a good mathematician. I've never sold myself as a maths man, and this is why. This is why.
Well, an AWP up on Thomas. Now, this is a pretty good buy to work with, but you've got to say that Reason here, they've got to make this work, because if they don't, and Thomas misses a shot like that with the AWP early on, it's going to give Envy a lot of information to the fact they are playing that AWP towards A. B will be a nicer option for him. And Envy, look at this, they're getting completely ready. Smokes, flashes, they have got this sorted. They're definitely going to be going for a B push here. It's all going to be up to Hoodlum to see if he can push it over. The call comes in, though. The CTs are straight rotating, but are they going to be fast enough?
Yeah, the push coming in through Job. Hadji finally doing some damage. Cinder will go down with only 1 kill to his name. Lambert comes in, doubles up, and now it's a 2 versus 3. Make that 2 versus 3. I don't know, maths. I'm very bad at it. Thomas going to find himself a nice AWP kill coming in 2 versus 3 still, and nothing changing. Thomas and Cray have to do the work. The flank is coming in as Cray goes down. It's all on Thomas. AWP in hand. 1 versus 2 makes the first shot. Lambert goes down, and the bomb is out of the T's control. Can he find the second kill? Hadji needs to peek him, really, if there's any work here for Thomas. And the flank, like I said, is coming in. That's V-Kill coming in from behind. Probably shouldn't say that too loudly.
Oh.
There it is, V-Kill. Not going to waste any time. Just gets straight in there, does the damage. Thomas had absolutely no chance there. They timed it perfectly. There was nothing going right.
No, that was a smart decision from the EnVyUs guys. They waited, they didn't push into him. They know the bomb was down, but they had plenty of time to work with, come from behind to close out the round. And this is where EnVyUs start to get dangerous. They're building that momentum, they've got this confidence, and they're just pushing Reason around now. It got close, but it wasn't enough.
Still plenty of opportunity. It's only the 6th round, of course, but EnVyUs taking the early lead, and we haven't seen that killer impact we need from the drop zone. Cinder, he's going to have to do a lot more work if he's going to pull off a game like he had last time, and so far, we're just not seeing it. Only kill comes in from Lambert, takes down Hoodlum, getting a bit aggressive over towards Long. But really, there's nothing going for Reason Gaming in this. I'm sure they're seeing the enemy, all the weapons they have. They're a bit envious of their enemy. And they've got good reason to be, let me tell you that.
Yeah, you've got Reason now, just waiting back, hoping that EnVy are going to push into them. They've got a nice setup here, but they don't have the weapons and the nades coming out. Cinderland dodging them. But it is not looking good for Reason. I kind of like to see Karma try push out a bit now, because he is pushing further down A. And there is 2 terrorists there towards him. The rest of the action is taking place at B. The bomb is down towards B. And I like this from EnVyUs, though. They're not committing into this, not rushing to their death. They're not going to take a massive risk here. They're going to wait it out. They're going to play it smart. They know they just want to pick up round by round now and not give anything for the CTs to work with here. But Thomas in a good position. He can hear it all happening around him. The flash goes out. He gets one, but he can't get the second as a reply frag comes in. Cinderland has found Petit. He's now in a 3 versus 3. He's only managed to grab himself a Mac 10, which isn't a huge deal for the EnVyUs team to work with. Jax comes in with the kill onto Young Cray. Only 2 members left alive. Cinderlad's been boosted up, and they might not expect this. They might not expect to see 1 member coming all the way from behind. Karma with the deagle spots out 1, but he's not going to be ready for Hajime, waiting in the background. But Jax finds the kill. Cinderlad, the only man left alive, and he's sticking with that 5-7. Now, was he spotted there?
Yeah, I think he may have been. Lambert seems to have an idea. The boost is coming in to flank him, really. Cinder has no choice but to die or be died. I think the phrase is actually kill or be killed, but you know what? Either way, doesn't really make a difference. Cinder has very little chance. They know exactly where he is. There's absolutely no doubt there. Charging him down, Lambert needs to be a little bit careful, but he will. Takes him down with ease as the Tech-9 comes out, rips him apart. And Cinder goes down. Again, a little bit of impact coming in, but not stringing it together. It is a pistol round. Don't worry too much about it. You can see Cinder there, not looking his best. It's not been a great game for him so far. He's had a couple of nice little kills, but 3 to 5, sitting on the 7th round is not too good. But of course, there's no huge numbers across the board. No one is really coming out and shining and playing an incredible game. It's just a bit bog standard so far. Reason need to start having that superstar performance if they need, if they want any way into this game. They have to stop EnVyUs early.
And this is what we were saying. Cinderlad has to come off here with a big performance to start pulling up the rounds here for Reason. So far, it's not happened, and you can see it's just in the scoreline. EnVyUs, they're playing it calm, they're playing it cool, they're taking their time, and you're not seeing any crazy decisions come out from EnVy at all.
Yeah, no need to take a risk, really. They're just playing their game, and until Reason are able to do something to stop them playing their game, there's no reason EnVyUs won't. They've done a little bit of anti-stratting. They've obviously watched the demos. They know the odd strat, they know the odd thing that might be happening, and they're playing off the back of that. They know there were no set pieces whatsoever, but kills are coming in. I might as well wait. Hadji going to find himself the first kill onto Hoodlum. Karma playing in the castle. He has been spotted, and he's going to get absolutely nothing done as Jax cleans his head off his shoulders. Down to 3 versus 5. Make that 2 versus 5 as V-Kill takes down Cinder in the dropper, and nothing is going right for Reason Gaming. Thomas, the last man alive. He's about to go down from, he's heard V-Kill. He can't even find the shot. That is sloppy from Thomas. And it's not looking great. Now, what I was saying is, when we saw them last game against Epsilon, we didn't see a single set piece coming out from Epsilon. EnVyUs aren't going to make that same mistake. They're going to play their game. They're going to...
And you can see that from the way EnVyUs is approaching each round. You see them stick 3 towards B, 2 towards A. They're keeping it split. They're getting the information, and then they're making a decision off the back of it. They're seeing how they feel, what's going on here. And actually, they made the right decision that time, because the AWP was stuck towards the B bomb site. They stayed away from it. And actually, Envy, they just didn't give them a chance to save anything. They went hunting, and it's paid off for them. We're now at a 5-2 scoreline. And once again, Reason, with only pistols in their hands, they've got their work cut out for them. EnVyUs, they're just looking very comfortable here on Cobble. And straight away, VKL.
Wasting absolutely no time whatsoever. VKL takes down Thomas. Of course, this is a pistol round. It's not the most impactful, it's not the most important, but if Reason Gaming want anything out of this series, they have to start this map off strong. We have no idea what their T-side's like. We haven't seen it. Reason Gaming have to play well on this map, and especially going into the next map. They're going to be on EnVyUs' pick. They're going to be in serious trouble. Anyway, the kill's looking to come in now. VKill just wanting to farm, really. Does spot out Craig, takes his head off. Nice and easy. Waste no time. Patience is for the weak. Pettisgale is going to get dinked up. Backs off, keeping himself alive. Hoodlum goes down as well. It's just Farmsville for VKill. Lambert going to find himself one there on Cinder and the last man, Karma. All on his own, lonesome. He may be able to find a little bit of damage through onto Jax, but as long as Jax plays his game carefully. Karma just dancing around with him now. He does hear him. He hears the sound cues, but at the end of the day, he's not going to get a huge amount done if Karma saves an AK. Happy days. If not, not too much lost.
Yeah, that's the best thing Karma can hope for. Save that AK, take it through to the next round, help them with the economy. And oh, he has spotted out Jax. Will grab that, and you'll watch him take it and run away. If he does actually take the gun, that is. But it's going to be 6-2 in favor of Envy. And Reason here, I'd even say, like, let's save up and go for a double AWP setup. Let's try something a bit crazy. Let's make sure that we put the pressure on Envy wherever they go. Map control from start to finish.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I don't think the double AWP setup is what's going to work here. I think Reason Gaming need to play their game and play it properly, because right now what they're doing is that they're losing the economy battle, they're losing the odd frag here and there, and they're not playing their CT side. They're trying to throw things into the works. They're trying to throw a spanner at EnVyUs and saying, we're going to change it. Oh, look. No, effective. Stick to it. You know it's going to work. Play your game. Because right now, Reason Gaming are struggling. We've got the AWP back on Thomas. We need to see some impact here. The only time we've seen him over towards B with that AWP, he's been taken down really easily, or they've gone A, or he's had a USP, or something has gone wrong. Let's see him do a bit of damage here. Let's see him have a bit of an impact. And Cinder, you need to wake up. This is the time you need to do some damage.
Oh, I like this. So they're getting him boosted up, but instantly, EnVyUs ready and waiting for it. He goes down, and this isn't the start that Reason wanted. And straight away, EnVyUs think, okay, we've got this. We knew there was another player around there. Let's see what we can do. Let's try burn him to a crisp. Young Cray, though, he's staying back. He's playing it smart, but instantly a one-man advantage for Reason. They're hoping, as you can see, the rest of EnVyUs now making their way towards A. They're hoping that Reason will be able to fall back a little bit and actually rotate someone to B, but they are keeping it steady at the moment. They're not risking anything else into this.
It should be a pretty quick push up towards A. Of course, two players playing very close. It's Karma and Hoodlum playing together in the stables, playing off each other. It's a close angle. The danger is they could both be taken down pretty easily. Looks like EnVyUs have a read on this. They're backing off. They're heading back towards the B bomb site with 45 seconds remaining. They need to get a bit of a hustle on. Of course, Thomas is still over there. He's backing off as well. This fake is going perfectly right now. Lambert going to get aggressive. He finds himself a kill. He shouldn't be allowed that kill. The flash goes through, does nothing to him. So Lambert finds himself a free kill. The B bomb site completely abandoned, and Reason Gaming are going to have to save. Abysmal performance this round.
Well, Thomas did think he was going for it. He took one shot, but they start to run away. EnVyUs, such an intelligent read. I was going to say, one thing we haven't noticed so far is, like, EnVyUs is their communication has been so solid. Look at the quick boost. Look at the reaction to everything the Reason's throwing at them. EnVyUs just playing stellar Counter-Strike on Cobble.
Yeah, and essentially they're just not making any mistakes, which is where Reason are going wrong. They're getting baited into these situations. They're reading very badly. And really, when you've got a team where you haven't got the biggest impact in-game leader, you know, Hoodlum, he needs to be thinking ahead. He needs to be using his brain, because his brawn isn't there. So we need to see Hoodlum thinking about this, saying, right, EnVyUs are doing this, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Do some kind of counter, or even just a basic setup. Sit 2 on A, sit 3 on B, and then don't rotate them all because there's a flash. Or don't see a boost and go, right, let's all run away, because that isn't going to work. They need to play their game right now.
Well, I know you said you didn't agree with the double AWP setup, but they managed to pick the one off of Lambert. Now let's see what they're able to play with here. How are they able to utilize this heavy firepower? And maybe they can actually push EnVyUs back a little bit and take some map control early on here.
Yeah, well, something needs to be done. I'd like to see a bit of a push coming in from Reason at this point. Maybe underpass, anywhere really. This isn't the biggest impact round, of course. Money-wise, this is important, but they haven't got a huge amount to play with. There is the UMP going on for Hoodlum now, so it gives them a little bit more of an advantage. But at the end of the day, EnVyUs have everything they could possibly want. Reason Gaming, they've put together a reasonably good buy, but they haven't got everything that they need. And if the pressure comes on, it's going to be EnVyUs prevailing just on the side of equipment. But they've got the buy in there at least. That save did allow them to get some weapons up, to get a bit of utility to play with. Could be an opening here for Thomas if VKL Give him it. Oh, but Thomas missing a shot, going down as well. Luckily, Karma's in there with the second AWP, but Jack already up the slope. Karma having some more impact. He's going to find himself a second kill. Looking for the third onto Pettiskel, but Pettiskel, he doesn't care. Takes down his teammate. Hoodlum falls. The bomb will fall back. But at a 3 versus 2, finally Reason Gaming have an opportunity. They have something to play for. Unfortunately, they're making those mistakes.
Karma came up
about
huge.
the simple things.
Karma coming up huge, 2 AWP kills, managing to push back EnVyUs, but now they're already rotating around. Cinder is in actually such a good position, but he's not going to spot it out. VKL gets the kill, and now it's a 1v2. This is something Karma can definitely do. He's got a flash and a smoke to work with as well. Oh, and he spots that one, but a smoke down just in front of him. He couldn't quite see it. Misses the second shot. He knows he's got to make this work. They're dancing around. And again, EnVyUs with a quick call. Let's get the boost on their smart play. And Karma hasn't spotted it out. They knew where he was. The kill comes in. And even when it looks good for Reason, EnVyUs still managed to find a way as you shake your head there.
This is the thing. It's not EnVyUs finding a way, not even slightly. It's Reason making stupid mistakes. You've got a 3 versus 2. You've got 2 people on A. Why is the third person going to A? Stay on B. It's a 3 versus 2. Come on, just use your brain. This is not rocket science. And Reason Gaming making silly mistakes, allowing themselves to be taken advantage of. This shouldn't be happening, especially when you get those 2 opening kills. If a player gets 2 kills and they're completely unanswered, play off it. Don't lose that, because that's exactly how Reason need to get back into this. They need to start playing their own game and not making these silly mistakes all the time.
And it's the communication for me as well. Like, if that was coming in, someone should have said, Hoodlum should have said, look, don't rotate round, let's wait for it. Thomas, though, starting off with an early kill there. VKL's gone down, but can they hold on to this one-man advantage? This is the thing. How are they going to react to this? Cinder's got the P90 in hand, and this is looking good. One's jumped down. Doesn't spot him through the smoke just yet. And oh, this angle is so close. He's got the read on it though, but can't find the kill. Spam comes through and Cinder still goes down. He didn't fire back despite having a lot more bullets in that P90. And he will go down. It evens back up.
But again, they're trying to take the attention away from the fact the play is going towards A. Hoodlum has to come in large here. He has got support, but he has to find this opening. He spots out Jax. Now get that call in, but he goes straight down. Hoodlum can't get anything done. Luckily, Karma is on point with that AWP. Can he do some more damage? He knows a player's moved through. You've just seen him. And again, it crumbles. Lambert, great shot to take down Karma, but this just is not good enough. With the one-man advantage, they lose it straight away. Fine, 4 versus 4. Still play your game. Crane out, trying to go in for this retake. If he can find a kill, they'll go for it. If not, they'll fall back. And Thomas, he knows there's a player in that drop zone. He knows he has to be careful. And again, Thomas forced to save. And I can only imagine that tensions are running pretty high at this moment. People are getting a little bit frustrated. You can see how seriously EnVyUs are taking this. They are not letting up. Despite the fact the score is about to be 9-2, and the round is over, they're on their screens. They're so intent. They're not giving anything to Reason Gaming. And essentially, Reason are crumbling under that.
And Karma there, though, for me, he should have been able to make them shots. He saw what was happening around him, and really, he should have put up more resistance. And even then, Thomas goes down, unable to save anything. And you've got to think, why were you just sat so far in the open? The round was closing out. Did you just expect to be left there? No challenge towards you at all?
After the first 2 rounds, I can only say that I'm surprised. I mean, look at EnVyUs. They're happy. They're having a great time. They're talking. It's exactly what you're saying. Communication is flowing right now for that EnVyUs side. And Reason Gaming have no response. 2 rounds now to 9. This is looking like EnVyUs taking themselves a 10th round. And Reason have no response. We're not seeing that impact coming. We're not seeing Thomas do work with the AWP. It's Karma who's having to wake up. And again, it's a fast round coming straight in. EnVyUs not wasting any time getting onto that B-bomb site.
Yeah, at this point, Reason, their heads are down, and they've just got to find a way of motivating themselves back into it. Can Thomas be the man? He gets through as he picks up the AK off the first kill, but he's instantly shut down. Youngcray finds one. He's still up and playing. They've got a one-man advantage with the weaponry still in the hands of EnVyUs. Reason just got to play this smart. They haven't got any utility to work with. They've got to rely on their aim. A nice shot comes in from Hoodlum. Deagle headshot onto Jax. Lambert, the only one left alive. And this looks like a convincing round for Reason. Lambert, the only man to do anything with it, but he's got no utility to work with. And they're making their way. They're going to sandwich him in. He's going to be stuck down here entirely. And look at Reason. They're not making any mistakes. They're not pushing out here. They know this is a round that they can grab. Lambert walking around, checking every single angle. He's got the AWP and, oh, he does spot out one. Oh, but he misses the first shot, and they're going to know exactly whereabouts he is now. He's looking for Karma, finds the first. Now, are they going to keep pushing him? They've got to be careful. He's even coming in with a reload of the AWP. He's playing for the long game. 40 seconds on the clock, though, and there's plenty for Lambert to work with. And I like this decision. He's still got time to run around.
I feel like this could be a bit of a ruse. We're not going to know, though. It is going towards that A-bomb site. This could have been so good from Reason if they'd been patient, if they'd waited it out. And now, Lambert, he's got an opportunity. Can he be the man he was born to be? Lambert and Butler. Is he going to be smoking hot, or is he going to be stubbed out by Reason's remaining players? He's going to be able to get this bomb plant down. There's, of course, Cray pretty close. Not sure if he heard that, but the call has come in. 6 seconds remain as the bomb goes down. 2 shots to find. Not the ideal weapon in a 1 versus 2 situation, but he can find the opening. Miss shot comes in. Now they know exactly where he is. They know where he's playing from. They're going to rush him down. They're going to try and use those pistols. Oh, one kill comes in, but it doesn't matter. Reason play their game. They relax. They take it easy. And what's interesting here is the first round we see EnVyUs go for a fast play. They get shut down. They get demolished.
By pistols.
But the thing is, the reason this isn't a good sign for Reason is, do you know what EnVyUs are going to do?
Reset.
Well, they're just not going to do that again, are they?
Yeah.
They're just not going to rush again. They're going to take it slow. They're going to reset the economy. And Reason are going to go, oh, so if they don't run at us, we can't kill them. So what do we do? Do we run at them? And then they get killed. And then they go, oh, we can't play. Really, this is EnVyUs just playing with them.
Yeah, Reason have to pick up this round now. If they manage to drop this one, obviously their money is completely messed up. They will be reset into this. And just to back off another round here, we're getting towards the end. We're already on round 13. And actually, Jack's starting off pretty aggressive. He's backed up by the rest of his team. It doesn't look like EnVyUs have learnt their lesson as Thomas picks up the first kill once again, this time with an M4 in hand. He's looking for the second one. EnVyUs trying to come round towards him, but he does go down. This time round, they're not able to hold the rush of EnVyUs. And this is Envy just saying, we're dominant. Oh, great play from Cinder. Just about enough time. Extinguishes the smoke grenade. Young Cray comes in with one. He's running around. They're spamming through the smoke. That smoke is so huge right now, keeping the EnVyUs players alive. 2 versus 3. The molly goes down, and now he's giving them a little bit less room to work with. But Hadge, he's coming round. He's behind all of them. He finds the first, looks for the second, but Hoodlum comes in with a headshot, and they do close out another round. They managed to make it work, but it looks like EnVyUs didn't learn their lesson.
Yeah, what are they thinking there? That's just brain-dead play. You've gone for the rush against pistols, and it's not worked. So you think going for the rush against rifles somehow is? I don't understand that. In any situation, jumping through a smoke, probably you should think twice about that one, Jax. Maybe don't jump through the smoke, or maybe just wait until the smoke isn't there anymore, and you give yourself a bit of an advantage. I don't like that play from EnVyUs, and they've given 2 rounds essentially for free. On the first one, it's more understandable. They're trying to change up the pace. They're trying to get in the face of EnVyUs, but the second time, really?
Yeah, what was key for me there was the fact that it looked like EnVyUs were really just trying to show their dominance, show they could do it, and Reason held strong. They fought back, and they knew exactly what they had to do. It got a little bit close, but Reason are going to be super happy with that. Obviously, EnVyUs still got plenty of money to work with here, so they have come up with a full buy, but it's going to give all the confidence that Reason needed to keep this going.
Yeah, and Reason essentially that they can buy themselves back into this game. We haven't seen their T-side. They could be insane on T-side, and we just don't know it yet. Maybe we just haven't met them yet, in the words of Mr. Bublé. Molotov's going in, pretty nice set play. EnVyUs slowing down the pace again, just trying to play their game here. Now, because they've seen the demos, because they know exactly how Cinder plays that drop zone, they're using the Molotovs perfectly. The question is Cinder going to fall for the bait? Oh. 1 kill comes in, headshot, of course. Cinder doesn't do any less. There's the spray. Can he find the kill? No. Pettiscale doubles up to find a massive opening against Reason Gaming, and suddenly, with that drop zone lost, this gets really, really sticky for Reason Gaming. 3 versus 4. Young Cray has to have some effect here. 1 comes in, spins around, looking for the second. He's trying to be refined. It's going to be Lambert to find the kill with the AWP in hand now, as the site is given up. Just Karma and Hoodlum remain. They want to save their money for the last round. Perhaps that is the best thing they can do. But again, EnVyUs have learned. They've slowed it down. They've taken it easy. They've given themselves the round.
Yeah, Envy just did what they were used to doing, played it smart, didn't rush into it this time. They learnt their lesson. It only took 2 rounds for them to do, but they will pick up a round here, and Reason had no choice other than to save. Do you know what? The problem there was, if Cinder had managed to pick up that second kill, we would be seeing a completely different situation. He did a lot of damage onto Petite Scale, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, at least they're saving in a reasonable manner and not just standing in the open. Hopefully they're able to hold on to these weapons. Of course, an AWP in the hands of Karma could do some damage. But 10 rounds on the board for EnVyUs on that T side. Of course, Cobblestone, you can't really say T, CT sided. It really does depend on the teams. Recently, it's been a little bit more T sided, but EnVyUs, they're not bothered what side it is. They need to come out strong on that CT side. They need to shut down quickly, and they should have this series, in my opinion, in the bag as long as they can get that good start off. They're up 10-4 currently. If they can take 11-4, and then they take that pistol round, this could get very, very sticky for Reason Gaming.
Yeah, this is all or nothing here for Reason. They know they need to pick up this round because they can't afford to drop anything more. They've let it happen. They've started to bounce back, and it's going to be Karma to try start it off, but it isn't enough as Jax just runs in, hits him with the AK headshot, and instantly a one-man advantage for EnVyUs. And again, it was a nice idea. Let's try go a little bit aggressive, try get the opening pick. But he was so far in the open, he had no one there to back him up or get a reply trade. So it's nothing they could do with it.
Yeah, I have to say, Jack's having a great game for headshots as far as this round is concerned. He's had a pretty influential game, finding those entry frags, making sure his team is safe to go on in. And again, EnVyUs playing it slow. No need to rush. No need to take any disadvantageous situations. Cray with the pistol, they know he's there. They know he's going to be around. All you got to do, stick a smoke down. They've got Molotovs, they've got smokes, they've got flashes, they've got nades. They don't have to worry in this situation. Cray, Molotov down. He's going to put himself a flash down, but VK is too quick. Takes him straight out of the equation. Flash comes in. Okay, we'll wait. There's no need to rush. Cinder with the shotgun in hand could do some damage, but Jax, again, too quick. Will kill to take Hoodlum, and Thomas finds himself 1 versus 5. Last round of the half, not a great situation. If I was the coach, I'd say, Thomas, don't save. Probably should go for it, but there's not a huge amount you can get from this one, unless he just wants to pad his stats.
Yeah, it looks like he's just waiting for them to rush into him. He does know it's the last round of the half, I'm pretty sure, because he's still backing away, but he does go down. Lambert makes it happen, and well, the first half is over, 11-4 to EnVyUs, and we didn't really see too much from Reason. No. Reason looked lost when the aggression came in. I said about it before, are they just playing scared of EnVyUs? Because that's exactly what they can't afford to do.
I would debate that then they're not playing scared, mostly because when we look at the last week and we see Epsilon versus Reason, they lost that first game so dominantly. I think it was 16-2. If they were playing scared, then they would go, right, guys, we just lost 16-2. This is going to be really difficult. Let's hold back and not push and not do this. They're not doing that. They didn't do that. They went into Cobble. They won the game pretty decisively. Yeah. So coming up against EnVyUs, really, it's been a pretty abysmal first half for them. But they can now go onto that T side. They can say, right, EnVyUs doesn't know quite as much of what we're going to do here. Let's slow it down. Let's take it easy. Hoodlum, come up with a few, clever ideas. Let's just think outside the box. If EnVyUs throws something at us, let's do this, let's do that. Hoodlum needs to think, say to his team, right, if we're not going to get the frags, let's think about it, let's do it properly, and then they can start to get the ball rolling. Once they get a few frags in, once they get a few rounds in the bag, then they can start to say, okay, we can play our game.
Yeah. We can start to feel more confident again. I think here for EnVyUs, they know they've got to pick up the pistol round. They've got a lot to play with. There's going to be a bit of pressure off their shoulders going into this. But again, they just can't take Reason too lightly. They definitely didn't so far on this half. But going onto the CT side, it really depends on what Reason can pull out for their terrorist side. If they've got some solid defaults in there, if they can play smart executes onto the B-bomb site and push EnVyUs back, then this is what they need to do to make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's an opportunity here for Reason Gaming to get back in. But at the same time, there's that opportunity for EnVyUs to just end this. If they can take the pistol round, they can put Reason right back at the bottom of that leaderboard and just say, we're here to win. EnVyUs, they're one of those top running teams in this league. They're one of the teams that wants to win, up with the Epsilon. They want to do a bit of damage. And if they can take this game 2-0, it's a great start for them. Of course, there's a lot more to come. There's a lot more impactful games that they're going to have to play. But this is a great start for EnVyUs. It has to be said.
Yeah, they're massively in the lead while Reason trailing. But this is Counter-Strike. Anything can truly happen across this game. We've seen bigger comebacks across the board. It's all about this first round. It's all about this pistol round. And EnVyUs in a great position. The crossfire going on, and it's all popping off. As they do, they get demolished there. Hoodlum goes down as well. Cinder, he's come through drop. He's all on his own, but there's not too much he can do with it. He's got a Glock in his hand. He's sneaking around, but he's in a 1v5. I don't fancy his chances at all in this. And they look for it. The read will come in, and then mid-air headshot as Lambert crushes him and probably crushes the hopes of Reason.
Jeez, that was a great shot. The flying Cinder absolutely mashed against the wall as his brains fly through the air. That's an insane little shot and a great way to start off this half for EnVyUs. They're now 12 rounds. If they can convert those two, get themselves up to 13. The force is coming in for Reason, which, you know, this is great for EnVyUs. Play with that force, take it easy. You can see that they're not going too risky. They've got 3 UMPs. As long as they get close, this will be a pretty powerful round. Here comes the push. Hadji just holding back, using that long-range advantage as Lambert to come in and help him out. And the French team absolutely decimating. There's nothing Reason are able to do. 2 men push out, 2 men die. As Cray will wean himself around, finds himself an opening kill. Hadji low, could find himself a bit of damage. As Cray moves himself forward, 8 HP on the Hadji. The rifle is what matters. Cray goes down. Nice shot from Karma. But still, 3 versus 2. There shouldn't be an opportunity here for Reason. EnVyUs, of course, they need to keep 2 players alive. Armor Panya, 1, 2. And now, just Jax remains. UMP coming in from behind. This is a very powerful position. As he finds Karma, easy kill comes in. Now Cinder, once again, on his own. But it's a 1 versus 1. The bomb goes down. There is so much time to play with for Jax. He's been spotted. Cinder tapping away. Be careful, you're only on 15 HP. If you burn, you're dead. I'll guarantee that. The UMP could be the key, and it will. Jax just spraying down. He knows he's got the ammunition. He knows he's got the time. He just sits, he waits, and Cinder gives him the round.
So that was key there, because if Cinder had got close range with that Tech 9, it could have been a completely different story. You don't want to face a Tech 9. Jax kept his distance, smoothly walked all the way around, picked it up there, but it looks so good. Karma with 3 huge kills. I actually thought Reason going to do this. They're going to turn it around, swap it out. Big pistol plays coming out, but Envy just clutched it in the last minute. Envy are probably going to be thinking, how did we even let that happen, though?
Of course, but then I suppose it goes both ways, doesn't it? Reason go, we had a 3v1, how we let that happen? And EnVyUs go, we had the weapons out, we let that. At the end of the day, you've got to take the round as it comes. They've won the round. They're going to be pretty happy about that. They're going to be feeling pumped. Now there's nothing to play with for Reason. It's going to be 14 rounds on the board for EnVyUs, unless something goes pretty horrifically wrong. But trying to push him with pistols is not the easiest thing on that B-bomb site, especially when you're looking at Deagles. As long as EnVyUs play back, they should be fine.
Hoodlum keeping it far back with the bomb there. As the rest of his team distract towards B. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm not sure EnVyUs are going to rotate everyone over just yet. But it's worth a shot. It's worth a gamble. And Petit Skill comes in with the first one. BKL's there backing him up. And this is what it works for EnVyUs. They just come in, raining in with the SMGs, doing all the damage there. And it's only Hoodlum and Thomas left alive. And, well, there's still 1 CT. Hajime on the A-bomb site, but they will be able to get the bomb down because he's rotated a little bit away. Now it gives them the information. The money's come in, which, let's be honest, Reason desperately needed. Oh, Thomas tries to pull off the Deagle 1-taps, gets 1, and this could be something special here if he can pull off 3 more of them. But he's got his work cut out for him as they all know exactly where he's going to be coming from. Spots out 1, but it won't happen. As EnVyUs now 14 on the board. Only 2 more needed to make it happen. But Hoodlum done his job. He got the bomb down and he got the most important thing, the money there for Reason Gaming.
Yeah, so I would say a pretty successful round there for Reason. Do a little bit of damage. Do a little bit of damage to the enemy. Take those 2 players down. Essentially, that's a win for Reason. They invest nothing into the round. They've got a couple of pistols. They get the bomb plant. That's 800 quid in the bank. They should be happy with that round. Now they can go in with the AK-47s. They can try and do a bit of damage. They have 1 last chance. They have 1 shot, 1 opportunity. They're going to take it, or are they going to let it slip away? That's the question.
Well, this is it. They've got the AKs. They've got the powerful weaponry in their hand. EnVyUs gone for 2 AWPs here. 1 on Lambert, 1 on Jax. Jax playing close range. He went for the aggressive peek, but the smokes and flashes are going to push him back. And now we're going to go see him sit in chicken coop, waiting for them to come into his crosshair. But Lambert started off the world, got it onto Hoodlum. And this is it. Once again, EnVyUs always, they're pretty much every round we're seeing, they get the first frag. They manage to push him back. Then they put Reason on the back foot. VKL, though, he's in a good spot. He can hear exactly what's going on. He just can't see through that smoke. He's waiting for them to jump in. Oh, and smart play. He's going to try and come from behind. Jax finds 1, though. And you can hear it all going off. Jax with a second one. Can't see the action, but it is definitely great shots coming out from Cinder and Karma, the only two men left alive. In a 2v5, they've got a bit of utility to work with, but they do seem to want to push this around, and what they've got to be careful of is the man with the M4 coming up from behind. Hajimi's pushed out. He's gone quite deep there in A, and this is where he can catch him off guard, because if he starts to hear them rotating around, they're not going to be looking for him there. Karma's now given away his position, spammed away with that AK, and most of the CTs are now towards the A bomb site. Reason have been read so well on this. No one there distracting for him. And he can hear it, and this is exactly what I was worried about. He finds the first one onto Cinder. No, he doesn't, as they come out. Huge headshots galore. Karma single-handedly just drilling it into EnVyUs. There's nothing they could do.
Absolutely no opportunities. Karma Panya having a sick game. The bomb is going to be going down. Cinder on 1 HP, but Karma again coming in. Impact everywhere. V-Kill trying to take that monster down, but can he do it? Little flash comes over. V-Kill has to back off a little, slow down his play. Cinder on 1 HP needs to be careful. The peek comes in. They're absolutely playing with him. Don't play with your food, guys. Come on, Karma peeks out. A little bit of damage through. The headshot comes in as Karma will fall. V-Kill! He stops for no man. 1, 2, bing bong, bang, and they're in the site. Easy stuff for the French team. 15 rounds on the board. And although Reason Gaming looked like they were going to come in there and do a bit of damage, it just doesn't work out.
That was the most explosive round we have seen as of yet. Hajimi pushed all the way down on A, looked like he was able to pick up 2 free kills, and then what happened? They turned around. Cinder pulled it off, 180'd him, finished him off, and then Karma coming in with 2 more kills, leaving it up to 1 man, and somehow, they were just dancing around him. There wasn't really a crossfire. They were poking 1 by 1. They gave him all the opportunity he needed.
Yeah, makes it look absolutely simple as V-Kill. It looked like there was nothing he could do there, but he destroys his opposition. Headshot, headshot, bang. That's all it takes. Now going into the last round, it's actually a strong goodbye here for Reason Gaming, despite the fact that they lost the last round. Cinder getting Molotovs backwards. He has to be a little bit careful. So far, hasn't had a lot of fun with the fire and the flames. But in the end, it will be coming out on top. 1 kill comes in, but again, I almost predicted that one. The flames will take him down as Lambert roasts him. Might pick him up later for a nice little meal, maybe a bit of thigh. Essentially, EnVyUs, they can do that now. Hadji finding himself a free kill. Cray will trade it back out. Thomas pushing forward. He needs to be careful. And that is not how you be careful. Lambert will take him. Luckily, Hoodlum there for the refrag. It's a 2 versus 2 still going into this last round of the game. Potentially, as V-Kill goes down this time, he won't have the opportunity. Luckily, he did find a kill before, and Jazz to close it out. Nice headshot comes in. That's all it takes. And game over. Reason, they had to win that map, Banks. They had to win that map. They haven't even put a dent into the armor of Team EnVyUs. Look how confident they are. They don't care. Easy. We